we used to grow up with.
Yeah.
This is it now. As these kids now are getting a tangible skill that they'll be able to use to perhaps get a job down the road.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, one of the best things for me is being part of what we call CTE nowadays, Career Technical Education, is that the kids get to, one, like you're saying, get experiences like this, but also, you know, they're talking to adults, they're shaking hands, they're doing the soft skills that I think are lost on a lot of young people nowadays. So this is cool, Ken. So thank you for bringing us on board. And, you know, you also, you guys galvanized us as well because you were doing such a good job on the play-by-play in color. So we said, hey, man, we got to match that energy. And so we're here.
Well, thank you. It's certainly a labor of love for Justin and I. Justin's on his way a little slowed down getting here, but Pigeon is a guy certainly
I'm having
capable.
fun, Kent. I'm having fun, so I don't know if I'm going to let him on the mic. I'm going to be honest.
Justin might get Wally pipped here. Like it's okay.
All good, all good.
Western's here tonight in their away jerseys. They're royal blue pants with the white numerals and royal blue numerals, white helmets with a W on either temple. El Modena in their home jerseys. They're maroon with the white pants and the white helmets with numbers on the sides. And the AEM on the side as El Modena comes through on a homecoming crowd night here at El Modena High School.
Yeah, I got to say, Ken, it's loud. I'm trying to hear you in the, it's loud. It's good energy tonight.
We might need to kip up our mics just a little bit, right?
It is. It's great energy out here. It's packed. It's homecoming for El Modena.
Yeah.
So it was hard to find space, but we found it. We're bringing it to you, and yes.
Again, this is, we haven't been back, well, I haven't been back to El Modena, to El Modena, Fred Kelly Stadium, since they remodeled it. And what a heck of a job. Their scoreboard over there, it's a big time, that's a big league scoreboard with full graphics. Beautiful field here, and again, a nice covered stadium where before it was needed a little bit of overlift, and it certainly got it.
Yeah, absolutely. And shout out to the Orange Unified media team. They're out here. They got 6-7 cameras. They have a district team out here, but hey, you know, shout out to them. They're doing a great job, and I'm excited to see what they put out.
Well, Western's set up to receive here. They'll be moving this. Fred Kelly Stadium is a north-south running field, artificial surface. At the scoreboard on the eastern, make that the southern end zone. We are high above the eastern sidelines here, as El Modena's getting ready to kick this ball away. Start this ball game.
All right.
The kicker tonight for El Modena is Martin. Deep for the Pioneers, Bunchy Young.
Yep.
And here's Jessica Conley. All right. And the ball's booted away. Line drive kick. Hits Eno Segbe, then fallen on right at the 28-yard line. And by Nesby, and that's where Western will take over, 1st and 10. As we just started this ballgame, Justin Conley, nice to hell.
Little tough getting in here.
I don't know. You're going to get Wally pipped here. You know, he was doing a nice job getting going here. So we got a ways to catch up.
There we go.
Okay.
I'll say right there, that one bounced off his chest. He almost lost that one. We're lucky to pick that one back up.
Yeah, he certainly was. Chance Thomas sends out an empty backfield. He'll have 4 now, make that 3 to the left. Now, started off with 3 to the right. Now it went to, they're flipping all over the place. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield for Chance Thomas. And there's a flag on the play. Illegal procedure against Western after all that machinations. The official probably got tired of everybody moving around and said, I'm just going to throw a flag. That's not the way to start this ball game.
That's definitely not how you want to start the ball game. You're right, Kent.
Okay, now we'll send Chance Thomas still directing out there, and we'll get finally set up here in a second. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Thomas straight back, sets up, throws quickly, right side complete. Eno Segbe's got it. Crossing the 30-yard line, gets knocked out of bounds right at the 31. Short gain there on 1st down.
Routine pass there for Chance Thomas to Eno Segbe. Yep. Picking up a good, what's that, 3 yards there?
Actually, it was 8 with
after the penalty, yep.
2nd down, and we'll call him 7 there from the 31-yard line, moving from right to left. 2 receivers on either side. That's Lindsey in the backfield. Straight back, sets up, throws Lindsey to the right side. Breaks a tackle, and he gets knocked out of bounds, I believe, really close to the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up 2 on the play out to the 33-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down, and 3rd down and 6 there. Unlike last week's opponent, Modena is really not great at getting home. They've only got 5 sacks on the season, whereas last week's team, they were unbelievable. They had 18 sacks on the season coming into the ball game, they being Capo Valley, and it was a thing. We got the camera here, the face cam. What's up, Justin?
Not quite yet, not yet.
They're down at 5. New technology. Hand up. No, Thomas keeping it himself after the handoff, fake handoff, and he gets stopped short of the first down to the 36-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down and 2 there. And that's generally Dan Davidson we're going for country right there, right?
Very much so for Western. That's we're going for it area. You know, it just really hurts the team that we started with the penalty there on that first series, because we would have been on a first down already.
Absolutely. 4th and 2. Pioneers keep the offense on the field. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Thomas trying to get him to jump. They're not buying it. That's a well-coached team there with these vanguards by Coach Mitchell. Jacob Taylor in the backfield with Chance Thomas. Thomas gets the play. 4-man front. Thomas straight ahead. Starts one way, goes the other way. He's done. Modena all over that play, and that place gets blown up, and Modena is going to take over in great field position inside. Well, we're going to mark him at the 34-yard line. He got thrown back, but wow. That play had no chance whatsoever.
0 push up front from the line on that play, Kent. Chance Thomas tried to go right behind his blocker, Jacob Taylor, and they were in the backfield before you could speak.
Ethan Sorensen, he's a dual threat quarterback as well as what we faced last week. He's the leading rusher on the team. He sends out 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Sorensen in a shotgun set from the left hash. Sets up, throws behind the receiver. Looking out there for Jacket, incomplete. Jacket, remember him from last year. He was a dude. He's a heck of a player. He's catching a lot of balls out there from Xavier Guess.
Xavier Guess has moved on to college football.
Yeah, that was one electric guy, wasn't he?
Very much so. Lefty as well.
2nd down and 10. As Sorensen misses on his first, he's a 59% passer on the year. Sorensen keeps it himself, and he gets picked up 3 yards out to the 31-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 there.
And a huge play upcoming for Western's defense. Really needs to get a stop here.
Well, you got to believe at this part of the field, it's also 4-down country for the vanguards.
Very much so.
Well, the Western defense has certainly made plays in the past in these situations. They're going to need a couple here on 3rd down and 7. Sorensen sends a motion man from left to right. Handoff left side. And not a whole lot doing there for Korea.
That time, Modena trying to bring all of the motion to the right and catch Western off guard, running the football to the left. Western's able to get the stop, and it'll bring up a...
That'll bring up a 4th down and 4. And Modena's keeping... Yeah, they're in no man's land here. They're not going to... They certainly don't have a leg for the field goal, and they're keeping the offense on here. Empty backfield this time for Sorensen. 3 receivers off to the left side on 4th down and 5. Motion man comes, back to pass. Sorensen sets up, throws, and intercepted. Jacob Taylor knocked it right away, knocked it right into the hands of Donovan Davis, and Western will take over. He almost would have been better off just knocking that one down, but still, we'll take the interception, and Western stops the threat.
It's a great team play, right? You always do the tip balls every day for our DBs. That time, it's not a DB getting it. It's a tip off a linebacker.
Jacob Taylor
doing a good job.
Heck of a play.
And Donovan Davis with a heads-up interception. It's good to get that one on the stat books, right?
That is the 6th interception. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm losing my earpiece here. Okay. 1st and 10, Western. They've got it at their own 28-yard line. 8:53 to go. Set up quickly, throws. Lindsey's got it. Working back to the middle and takes a big beating there for about 3 feet. That's about it.
Skylar Lindsey that time catching and bobbling the pass from Chance Thomas on the wide receiver screen, or in that case, running back screen coming inside. And he came into a whole host of defenders with Modena doing a good job of gang tackling on the end of that play.
Yeah, there was nothing there at all. I mean, he just went right into the soup. Almost would have been better off staying outside. 2nd down and 9. And there's a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like Coach Davison bangs his first timeout of the game. So with 8:18 first quarter, no score, Modena and Western. You know, one of the things we got to get going, it has to happen tonight, is we got to get Skylar Lindsey going and rushing the ball. Last week he was 10 carries for minus 15 yards. And you're not going to win any ball games at all if you can't get the running game going.
Yeah, and Skylar Lindsey is one of the top 10 running backs in Orange County, so it's a tough game for him. You know, we did see him get some positive yards. Also seen one where they called him down. He probably would have went into the end zone on that one, but nonetheless, a really tough week rushing the football last week, and we've had nothing going so far tonight either.
2nd down and 9. I don't think we've run the ball yet. I think it's all except for Chance Thomas. Thomas back to pass. He's got time. He sets up. He's looking for Payne. He's got, in and out of his hands. He dropped it. Boy, you talk about dropping one in the bread basket. Chance Thomas just dropped one right in the hands of Aiden Payne, and Aiden Payne just let that one keep going through his hands.
Aiden's got to be frustrated. That one was a good ball with some lead on it. Aiden speeds up, uses that booster ability to get under the football, but is not able to come up with it here under the bright lights of Fred Kelly Stadium.
That pass itself, one heck of a pass there by Chance Thomas. And one of the keys, I think, of this ball game was going to be giving Chance Thomas time, and Modena doesn't bring a lot in terms of pressure. Here we go, 3rd down. They've only got 3 men looking like they're rushing. Here comes a 4th. Thomas, double clutch, throws complete. Skylar Lindsey's got it. 1st down and more down the sideline. Midfield, gets banged out of bounds. Well into Modena territory, gets knocked out of bounds right at the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over, 1st and 10.
By the time Chance Thomas recognized that they were bringing a blitzer from the linebacker position, and he used that as a hot route to push the ball to Lindsey. Lindsey right out of the side, had nobody blocking him, had a free run there to pick up a 1st down.
A lot of green here at Kelly Stadium. 1st and 10. Toss out, Lindsey right side this time. Tried to get to the outside. Nifty bit of running as he picks up close to 1st down yardage. They're going to mark him just short, right at the Modena 34-yard line.
And Ken, you know, those are some of my least favorite plays when you're doing a pitch to the short side of the field, but Lindsey is really good at taking that small tunnel area that he has with his blocking and picking up, you know, a good amount of yards. 9 yards there on 1st down for that run. You can't be upset about that. I guess that's why they do it, huh, Kent?
Exactly. You and I, that's why we're up here, not down there. 2nd down and 1. Lindsey to the left of Thomas. The ball's on the right hash. Back to pass goes Thomas. He's got time. Looking for it all. Looking for Bunchy. Flag on the play. Incomplete. Let's check out this flag. The official here on this near side, the line official threw this flag. Let's check it out. And let's see what we got. We have a hold against the Pioneers, so I would imagine Coach Mitchell is going to take the yards instead of the down. So we'll replay 2nd down. For those of you watching us in, Justin and I now on Facecam. We're live on Facecam. So hello, first time ever? Yeah, this is a historic day, Justin. Now it's like the people watching go, now we know you guys are on radio.
Yep. The face is for radio.
The face is for, except for you. You're kind of a handsome guy, not me. 2nd down and 11. Okay, we're ready to go. 4 receiver set. Lindsey trying to get outside. That play breaks the tackle, another tackle, flag on the play. Lindsey's still on his feet inside the 20-yard line. Well, let's check this flag out as there's an injured, there's an injured Vanguard down there on the turf, and that's Joseph Preciado Aguirre, the linebacker. He's been pain down there. And I haven't seen what the flag's about, but Lindsey took the ball all the way down to the 17-yard line. And the way you got to hope that he's just okay down there. But, boy, he was really writhing in pain, holding his right leg.
Yeah, not quite sure what happened there. Lindsey at the point of contact was able to get through the tacklers, and it looked like that guy went down and didn't come back up. So,
well, this is a good time in this break here to maybe go through the starting lineups for the Pioneers. At quarterback, Chance Thomas, Jacob Taylor, and Skylar Lindsey, the running backs. Bunchy Young, Osayan Osegbe, and Aiden Payne are your receivers. And up front, you've got Nick Costanza, Moises Hogan, Aiden Luna, Marley Hogan, and Dylan Johnson. On defense, Aiden Luna, Donovan Davis, and Ian Douglas are up front. The linebackers, John Hardy, Deshaun Rufus, and Osayan Osegbe, Jacob Taylor. And your defensive backfield, Ernest Nunley, RJ Dogba, Taiwan Nesby, and Aiden Payne. Those are your starting lineups for your Western Pioneers. And looks like the way that flag is going to be against El Medina, as that ball has moved all the way down to the Vanguard 12-yard line.
A big one to keep your eyes out on tonight is Taiwan Nesby. The sophomore had a tremendous game, pretty much a coming-out party last week for Western in the loss.
Clock winds. We're at 7:02 and counting, as the injured Vanguard was able to get off the sideline with help. 1st and 10, Western. They've got it at the 12. Lindsey offset to the right. They'll make that Taylor offset to the right of Chance Thomas. Back to pass. Blitz coming. Gets picked up. Throws. Touchdown! Western! Bunchy Young.
That's an absolute missile from Chance Thomas to Bunchy Young, hitting Bunchy Young on the back shoulder. Bunchy with the cornerback on the inside of him, plays that smart, goes up, gets the ball, secures it, both feet in, and a touchdown. That's one of those ones that you get from 7-on-7 with those two. All that chemistry with those guys. They just know body position-wise where to put the football, whereby no defender can get to it.
That's touchdown number 12 for Bunchy Young on the season, and number 21 for Chance Thomas. Rafael Rodriguez on to try the extra point. It's been an adventure. Good snap. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 6:37 to go here in the first quarter, Western 7 and El Medina 0.
A good jump out to start there for Western is El Medina. You know, if you do the math on this, Kent, sure as you guys talked to about a pregame, El Medina has wins over teams that have beat Western, right? They have won over Trabuco Hills beat Huntington Beach, who beat Western pretty handily. So if you do the what we call MMA or UFC math, it seems like this would be a knockout, right, for El Medina. But Western coming out here, really risking it there on the first series, going for it on 4th down, not making it happen, and then comes right back to it. The defense gets the ball back, offense travels all the way back down the field and scores. It's like we never had that 3 and out, so to say.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely right. Well, you know, this game actually has Western is favored by a point, 24-23. That's despite all that MMA math you're talking about.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Rodriguez has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. He'll be kicking from right to left. It's an onside kick, bounces, picked up there at the 44-yard line. As you know, that kick reminds me of when you watch that movie, The Longest Yard, the Adam Sandler version of it, where you got the kicker, they tell him, kick it hard, and he can barely kick it, right? The kick just went just like that.
Recovered by Aiden Sullivan, who was a man on an island there. If Aiden didn't come up with it, Western had a good shot at recovering that.
First and 10. El Medina. Ocean Man comes, that's Jacket. He gets a hand up. No, kept by Sorensen. Good fake. He's faking the Jacket on the end around, and Sorensen keeps it himself, gets out to the 49-yard line. Again, Sorensen, the leading ball carrier on the team.
That time Western got fooled there by the handoff. I think they thought that was going to the running back.
I believe that was Jacket. Yeah, that was Jacket.
2nd down and 5.
Empty backfield again. Three receivers off to the left side, tight end off to the right, off to the left as well. Motion man comes from right to left. Low snap, Sorensen keeping it, goes to the right side, and Western's not really fooled on that one either. 2-yard pickup, and Sorensen takes a big hit.
Yeah, that's a fabulous job there on that play by Ernest Nunley coming up from the cornerback position. He's seen those pulling guards coming to the left. You can't fool me. They're coming my way. Comes up, makes a big hit on the running back for only a 2-yard gain there. 1-yard gain, actually, on that play.
Another big third down coming up for the Western defense. Two backs in the backfield, double tight end set. Actually, full house set. Handoff, Sorensen, left side. First down. As I hadn't seen that formation in a while. As Nathan De La Vega, 5'9" junior, is able to pick up that first down at the Western 44. That's the first down of the ball game for the Vanguards. Clock's winding, 5:07 to go here in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Western on a beautiful night for football. Under center again, Sorensen tots out to the left side. Breaking through and almost breaking it all the way for a big gain there was Aiden Sullivan.
And Western's defense must get up and get set and get ready for the snap, because that time they caught him off guard. They ran straight, hiked the ball. Western was not set, and that's why that happens.
Former linebacker would know. Second down and 1. Under center again is Sorensen. Full house backfield. Sorensen hands off and hitting the backfield and getting back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. That was De La Vega again. That'll bring up a third down and 1.
Tackle made on the play by Ose Onosegbe.
Third and 1. And there's a timeout as official sends off a player that probably didn't have his mouthpiece in. John Hardy comes into the ball game. This mouthpiece thing is a big deal.
I don't know how.
In the
I
JV
just
game
don't
yesterday, I saw
imagine.
so much where the officials are sending a couple Western guys off because they didn't have their mouthpieces in. Doesn't seem like it's that hard a thing to do. Third down and 1. Handoff. De La Vega, and he didn't get there. He stopped short. It's going to bring up a fourth down and about a foot. The ball is inside the 35-yard line. They have to get all the way to the 34 for the first down, and you know that El Medina is going to keep the offense on the field.
And Western's got to watch it. There's been multiple times here where we've jumped slightly early and got away with it, and we continue to do it, but it could hurt us on a play like this.
El Medina probably going to try to get Western to jump on a hard count, and they do.
Oh, isn't that frustrating?
Was that easy to call or what? Oh my God.
You can just tell by the body language. I mean, they just gave it away for themselves, you know? Wish I could go have a talk with that guy, Ken. I mean, it's really tough. You gotta get your mind in the game, though. You gotta know down and distance, guys, down and distance. It's 4th and 1. Come on.
What do you think they're going to do? Yeah. Try to draw you offside.
What's the first option here is to get the first down without ever running a play.
Yeah.
And you just gave it to him.
Yeah, not a Phi Beta Kappa move at all. Now Elmo goes out into its normal offense. Empty backfield, 4 receivers off to the left side. Motion man comes. Back to pass to Sorensen, sets up complete. Inside rocket screen, or slip screen you call it, first down. As El Medina's on the move, down to the 16-yard line. And if you remember in last week's game, it was, I'm going to call them dumb penalties by Western that got Capital Valley back into the ball game, and it's allowed it, and Western was never able to pull out of it. They stayed in that, basically in a funk after they kept giving play after play away, and here we are again.
Well, we made ourselves look silly there on that play on the screen. We've got everybody diving forward as D linemen. Nobody's blocking you guys. What do you think's coming? Screen.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line. Sorensen, handoff up the middle. De La Cruz. He gets De La Vega make it. He gets to the 15-yard line, short game of 1.
Looked like that was Ian Douglas finishing the tackle on that play.
Second down and 9. We're at 1:46 and counting here in the first quarter. Exciting ball game again. Modena packs the place. Good
Yeah, they
grief. I love this. High school football on a Friday night. Beautiful night for football. Short sleeve weather. 2nd down and 9. We're under a minute. Or close to a minute. Empty backfield again. Motion man comes from right to left. Back to pass Sorensen. Pump fake. Now he takes off running. He's got a little bit of room. Throws over, incomplete. He had him open. Jacket was open there right at the 3, and he sailed it. Sorensen did. Sorensen on the season, 3 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. We'll make that 8 after tonight. But still, like a 59% passer. And again, you can tell a lot of these passers are the short stuff. Running quarterbacks, not many can actually make those passes on the regular.
You got to slow down and set those feet. And that time he got a little ahead of himself, sailed that football as he threw it while he was running.
3rd down and 9, and another Western Pioneer has to come off because of a mouthpiece.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, at some point it gets like beyond ridiculous. We're there. At this point of the season, that's just not acceptable. 3rd down and 9. And Western comes across again. Hey, Justin, don't jump over. The good thing they have a fence there, because I know you're going to jump over into the baseball field here.
Oh, this is immensely frustrating for me tonight, Kent. I just don't know where this. What are we doing right there? I mean, we had a linebacker come up on a blitz, and he kind of pushed the lineman up. I don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah, it's called lack of discipline. Empty backfield. 3 receivers off to the left side. 3rd down, and we'll call it a short 4. They got to get just on this side of the 11-yard line. 2 receivers, the right, ball's in the right hash mark. Sorensen, back to pass he goes, looks over the middle, throws, incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th down and 3 from the 10. Looking for Jacket or Jacket, do you know? Do you know him?
Don't know.
You know everybody, Justin.
No,
How do you not know
I
him?
don't know everybody.
Huh?
I don't know everybody. One thing I do know, Ken, is last year we had the pleasure of seeing Xavier Guest at quarterback here, who's a lightning quarterback. His younger brother is the quarterback now for the OC Buckeyes. Forgoed his freshman year, probably coming here at Modena, maybe coming here next year, who knows, in order to do that. But if you see him out there on YouTube, he is live. He is amazing.
Terran Martin on to try an extra point. Try a field goal. And Western jumps offside. So instead of a field goal try, they're going to get a 1st down.
I just don't know how you do that. That's, I think, our 4th or 5th offsides of the night already, and we're
not even in the first quarter. So this one, instead of allowing El Modena to try their first field goal of the season, we get a fresh set of downs, 1st and goal now at the 5. Sorensen keeps it himself up the middle and down close. He's inside the 1-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now, for those of you Pioneers faithful hearing it in our voices, yeah, there's frustration. And I would imagine you, if you were here as well, you kind of were wearing it on your sleeves too. So we're going to give you our words view. We're definitely Pioneer homers, and yeah, we're feeling it. We're feeling the pain tonight, as just can't have this kind of nonsense.
It's just such a tightly contended league that you leave yourself 0 room for error when you're doing this.
2nd and goal. They're in an empty backfield. They did really well when they were in that full house bit. They're able to get a few yards, but they're going empty. Low snap. Sorensen picks it up, and he'll lose some on the play. Back to the 3-yard line. 3rd down and goal from the 3, as that should be the final play of the first quarter. As we're at 7 seconds to go, and I believe they're going to flop ends of the field, and they will. That's it. 000s on the scoreboard. The score at the end of 1, Western 7, El Modena 0, and it's time for the Pioneer shout-outs. Got to say hello to Vicky DeCatch. She's recovering at home. Jeanette Brown, Randy Bowser, the Davidson clan, Bruce Bible and my lovely wife Carmen with a special shout out to the Monst. Those are your Pioneer shout outs. Another special shout out to Josh Davidson, who's actually going to be on the field at Lambeau Field on Sunday night for the Packer game, courtesy of Jordan Love. So Jordan Love, my fantasy quarterback, hooks Josh Davidson up. Life is good.
Oh man, Josh Davidson held on to Jordan Love football card since he was a rookie in his real estate office, and it was a really special card. He had it sitting there, and one of his buyers came in just to kind of see him on a lunchtime. I believe he offered him a really big number for it. Josh could not say no. So that's a cool story that he's going to get to meet Jordan Love. Jordan Love earlier this season, throughout the summer, coming by Western, I believe, obviously, also with Dontavion Wicks, I believe, coming to see
that was
the
Romeo Dobbs.
Romeo Dobbs, there you go.
And that was the Steve Calhoun Foundation. Great story with Steve Calhoun. I got a chance to talk with him for probably a good hour and a half. What a great guy.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a detailed, old school kind of guy. Anybody who's got an opportunity to have their kid coached by him, go find Steve Calhoun and get coached up.
Yeah, big time Steve Calhoun. Coaches a lot of the younger guys out there. We'll give a big shout out to Kenny as well. Steve's really good friend, who's my really good friend now as well. You guys holding us all together. We love this football community.
Okay, here we go. 3rd down and goal. Sorensen sends a motion man. Hands off. No, he keeps it himself. He's up the middle. He dives in. He's in. Touchdown, El Medina.
That time El Medina got the timing right on that play, and Sorensen fakes a handoff and is able to find the little squeeze that he needs to get into the end zone for the touchdown.
I was going to say, what happened to the fan reaction? No fan reaction on that touchdown. Well, that's a gift. That's a gift touchdown by the Western defense. As just sloppy play with those just penalties, just El Medina cashes in.
We got to give a big shout out to Taqueria Los Compas. He's out here today giving us shout outs on the comments here on YouTube. We got a bunch of people tapped in tonight saying hello. So thank you all you guys for listening in.
Taqueria Los Compas? Wow,
Yep.
that sounds legit.
Sounds delicious, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Los Compas. I mean, you know what compa is, right?
Yeah,
like
that's
a
like your brother.
compadre.
Yeah,
It's
your
like
brother.
my homie.
Yeah.
Mexican homie. Okay. Well, Western jumped offside on that extra point, and I believe they'll assess it on the kickoff as Teran Martin is on to try the extra point to tie this ball game up. 80% kicker. Snap down. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 11:56 to go here in the first quarter, in the first half, we are all tied at 7. Western and El Medina. Yeah, Justin, this is the thing you really like to see. What I've seen so far here, I think, is really weighs well for Western, is the fact that El Medina is not getting pressure. So if you give Chance Thomas time, he's going to pick you apart. And his throws are looking like he's able to get there. Last week, sacked 6 times, got strip sack on a fumble. Went for a pick six at the end when the game was already out of hand. But he was harassed all night long, never really comfortable in the pocket, where tonight he's looked very comfortable in the pocket. No time, he's got all day to throw the ball.
Yeah, he can stay clean, and they're running the zone behind it. So.
And again, you've got Western receivers. They're legit athletes, and they're not going to be able to cover for days, meaning El Medina. So let's see if Western can answer here. As Young and Nunley are back deep. Ernest Nunley deep. Ball's kicked in the direction of Bunchy. Takes a good hop. He kicks it at the 10. Left side he goes. He's at the 20. He's got the 25. He's at the 30. Breaks through there. He's at the 40. Still on his feet. He's at midfield. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Still on his feet at the 25-yard line. Bunchy Young. Huge return to set Western up in great field position. And Noah Inskeep is laying down over there at the 45-yard line. He looks like he's in pain out there.
Bunchy Young with a electrifying return there. Taking the ball off the bounce, running it up the left side of the field. And he's able to use the little bit of space he has to make room for himself and run all the way down to the 24-yard line. And it looks like El Medina's trainer right now is running out to a 10 to Noah Inskeep.
Well, that's, Noah's. He's the punter. And he had been dinged up for the first part of the year, and certainly missed him. And now the senior, he looks like he was in a lot of pain down there. You got to hope that he's able to come back from that one. But there's a whole crowd of medical personnel surrounding Noah Inskeep as he's laying down at the 45-yard line. Justin, I'm not sure if you can catch other games, but some other big games going on tonight. You've got Cypress taking on Capel Valley, as well as Tustin and Trabuco Hills knocking heads. Cypress is our next opponent, our homecoming opponent over at Handel Stadium next week, as Noah Inskeep's able to get up and walk off. So thankfully he's able to put weight on both legs. So here we go. 1st and 10 Western. They've got it at the El Modena 24-yard line as Bunchy Young, with a huge return, sets up the Pioneers in great position. Bunchy is split out wide to the right. He's singled up on Lockett. Thomas back to pass, looks left, throws. Oh, looking for Skylar Lindsay, and couldn't make the connection there. Looked like it hit him in the hands, but it was well covered out there.
Like Aiden Payne got just about an inch on his cornerback. It did hit him in the hands, and he wasn't able to cover.
That was
That's the
Payne.
second
I'm
one.
sorry about that.
Second one tonight.
Jacket was locked up. I saw him lock it. Jacket locked up on Bunchy Young. 2nd down and 10. Nunley in motion. They hand off Lindsay. Left side he goes. He's at the 20. Still on his feet. Flag comes flying in. 2 flags are there right at the 15-yard line. And that flag was like one of those moonshot flags from the middle of the end zone, or the official. Is flied that one in. That's going to wipe out a big run by Skylar Lindsay.
Official definitely seen something there at the end of that run. Somebody was holding on the block.
He had two flags over there. No one's going to complain when you got 2 flags laying down. Well, with the flag being downfield, they'll mark it at the 26-yard line. 2nd down and 12 there.
Another penalty that brings us back behind our original field starting position tonight. So
2nd down and 12. Young splits to the right. Ernest Nunley joins him over to the right side on 2nd down and 12. Thomas rolls out, sets up, throws incomplete, looking for Bunchy and missed him. Bunchy was wide open there and in front of Jacket, but again, Chance didn't get his feet set or get his hips around or whatever Coach Calhoun would say. He didn't do.
That time Bunchy set up in a tight formation and then moved out just a little bit. I'm not quite sure if they were just off on where their timing is usually for that play, but Kent Western is losing its momentum right now.
3rd down and 12. Lindsay offset to the right. Looks like there's some confusion to the play coming in. Ball is on the left hash mark. Rolling out is Thomas. He's got time. Now he breaks the pocket, takes off running, and he gets hit from the backside, and he gets down to the 21, just inside the 22-yard line. I'll bring up a 4th down there. And you know that Western will keep the offense on the field. Although in yesterday's JV game, Rodriguez was hitting bombs out there from 45 yards, so it's certainly within his range to be able to knock one through there. But 4th down and a long 8. Long 7, short 8. Enosegbe and Young to the right. Payne and Nunley offset to the left. Split out wide on 4th down. Officials counting down. Pioneers barely get that one off. Thomas sets up, throws, complete. Aiden Payne hauls it in. 1st down Western. Aiden Payne, great route run there. Oh, he dropped it, incomplete.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, I thought he had it. Well, that's 3 times there tonight. Aiden Payne's had the ball in his hands and cannot come down with it. So El Modena will take over on downs. I thought he had it.
I thought he had it too. to me like he caught it, he got defeated, and he walked out of bounds. But I'm not sure where that one came out, or maybe it was bobbled, then he set it down. Just didn't catch it in bounds. And Aiden Payne's going to have to go work on the sideline, make sure you get those hands right before the next series.
So that big return by Bunchy Young goes for naught. 1st and 10, El Modena. 10:05 to go here in the second quarter. Sorensen, low snap, gets it, throws, complete. Makes the guy miss, still on his feet, and taken down. Ball, Payne hits him.
Ball's out.
Ball's loose, and I'm not sure who's got it. Official hasn't pointed yet. Looks like the ball may have rolled out of bounds. There's a big hit by Aiden Payne on the receiver, but El Modena retains possession. We'll pick up 7 yards on the play out to the 28-yard line.
El Modena getting away with a clear hold themselves there out in front of that screen.
2nd down and 3. Trips to the right side this time. Ball's on the left hash. Sorensen turn handoff up the middle. 1st down. De La Vega on the carry. He gets a 1st down.
Tackle on the play made by Elijah Washington. One thing that is tough, Ken, is we have a lot of DBs making tackles on these run plays, and I'm just trying to figure out where the linebackers are making these tackles.
Yeah, you're saying if that were you, you'd be making those tackles, right?
You gotta want those
right?
tackles, baby.
Handoff. De La Vega picked up a couple on the play. That's it. And that's Aiden Luna at the bottom of that pile, making the tackle there. Yeah, that's a good question. We haven't called any linebackers.
We just kind of run ourselves into a lane and right out of the play from the linebacker position. The last play being that right there. We have guys going into a lane. You're not reading where you're supposed to go. You're going where you think you're supposed to go. And sometimes the play's not going there. Got to read.
2nd down and 8. Trips to the right side this time. Jacket in motion. Now he goes back the other way. Handoff. No, Sorensen keeps it. Big hole. 1st down. El Modena. As Sorensen kept it himself out to the 49-yard line. 1st down. El Modena's on the move.
And that's where it hurts. You can't. Got to read that. You know, they've got the read option going. The quarterback is liable to take the football down and run like he's done already 6 or 7 times in this game. And you've got to take that extra read step as a linebacker and play your gaps. And that time we had a huge exposed gap that the quarterback was able to run through.
1st and 10. Trips to the right side this time. De La Vega to the right. He gets it. And he's swallowed up almost right away. But he's still fighting in there. That little guy, 5'9", not a whole lot of beef there. He's able to move the pile a little bit for that 1 yard. That was a hard 1 yard run there. He take it out to midfield.
And Aiden Luna wraps him up for the tackle.
2nd down and 9. Sorensen. Toss right side. And boy, coming up is Eno Segbe out to the 46-yard line.
Eno Segbe, big dog in that play, came up and took on what was the attempt at a stiff arm, but no luck. Eno Segbe makes the tackle in the backfield.
3rd down and 13. Receivers move in tight on a big 3rd down here. Now there's a timeout as Western bangs their 2nd timeout of the half. Score with 6:36 to go in the first half. We're all tied at 7, Western and El Modena. Well, we're 6 minutes away from the El Modena halftime show. You know, Justin, here we are October-ish, and we get this great weather. And how cool is this? Remember the last time we were here at Fred Kelly Stadium, we calling a game? You're standing on over there. That was you, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it was you.
Trying to think who we were
It was Los Alamitos against Villa Park.
There we go.
First round of the playoffs. before the stadium got redone. And boy, what a nice stadium now.
Yeah, it is. Gorgeous stadium.
That scoreboard, man, that is just something. Think you can get a shot at that scoreboard over there? Isn't that pretty? Nice looking scoreboard, huh? Okay. Here we go. 3rd down and 13. Trips out to the left side this time. Sorensen back to pass. He's got time. Steps into his throw over the middle, and it's intercepted. Aiden Payne pulls it down, and that's the 2nd interception of the night. Aiden Payne hauls this one in, and Western will stop the threat. As they take it, they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, Aiden, that one getting one back for one of the drops earlier. You get an interception, I think you get one of your drop footballs back.
You get one back.
Yeah.
Is
minus
you
one
keep
plus
score?
one, you know?
You keep score that way?
Keeping
Okay.
score.
All right, gotcha.
Aiden knows. I'm tough on Aiden, and I love the way he plays football. I love how he's grown as a football player. I also really enjoy how Aiden lights up a room, man. He's a smiley guy. He's happy. Says hello to everybody. Good kid, so I'm glad to see him get that one.
1st and 10, Western at their own 25-yard line, 6:30 to go here in the first half. We're all tied at 7. Flea flicker, ball's in the ground, picked up by Lindsey, and he's taking off running, still on his feet. Boy, that was a Keystone Cops kind of a play. Is a whole lot of running, dropping, and the ball got for 4 yards. I don't know, man. What would you call that?
Very new way of setting up a flea flicker. If I could tell, that's not how you typically set up a flea flicker, with the typical handoff, then flip back to the quarterback. Look, we handed to one guy. He wanted to toss it to the running back, who was going to then toss it to the quarterback. A whole lot going on there with not a lot of room to do it.
Yeah, hopefully defense just stays still while that's happening. Thomas hands off. That's Lindsey. He's through. 1st down, taken down hard right at the 39-yard line. But Skylar Lindsey gets going tonight for the Western Pioneers. He's had a big couple runs called back. So Skylar Lindsey's getting it going.
He's also had an undershirt ripped off of him, too. They were dragging him or he was dragging the defender by the undershirt earlier, and that time they went to grab it again. There's nothing there to grab any longer.
1st and 10, Western. They've got it at their own 39-yard line. Trips out to the right side. Lindsey straight to the right. Sets up, throws. A bunch of Youngs got it. Right side, gets to the outside and goes out of bounds. Just short of the 1st down. Takes a hit there. And he's able to get up. He'll be just short of the 1st down. Right at the 48-yard line. 2nd down and 1.
Good lead blocking on that play by Aiden Payne. Setting up the space a bunch of Young needed to take that ball to the outside and right to the sticks.
2nd and 1. Ernest Nunley into the slot. Haven't called his name yet tonight. And he's a speedster, got a lot of speed to burn. Toss out, Lindsey, left side. Now he reverses field. Breaks through, he's got a 1st down and more. He breaks ahead, he's at the 40. Still on his feet to 30. He's at the 20, he's going. Touchdown, Western, Skylar Lindsey.
Skylar Lindsey with an electrifying play, looking like a young Reggie Bush. Takes that one up the sideline, picks up 2 extra blocks from Aiden Payne, who's just out there putting it down for his team, and gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Welcome back, Skylar. Wow.
I mean, it looked like they had him contained
totally
in a glass bottle, and then he just hurricane spun his way out of it.
Wow.
I thought he was gonna go pitch the ball back like we were doing another flea flicker or something there. I didn't know what was going on.
You know what? It's possible they were thinking the same thing. As we're getting ready to try this extra point, Chance Thomas, the holder, and Aiden Luna, the long snapper. Rodriguez hit his first one. See if he can get his number 2 in here. There's a snap. It's down. It's up. And it is good. So with 4:57 to go here in the first half, Western 14 and El Medina 7. Justin, we've been here before. Same score last week with Capital Valley. And then after that, that was the last we ever saw of the Western Pioneer offense. I think it's got a different story tonight. Feels much different than it did last week.
Yeah, the bigger story is that, last week we really had trouble with Capital Valley's defensive line and the rush that they were getting. And fast forward to this week, we're not having those problems. Last week, in addition, you know, they were making big-time tackles on us well before first downs, taking care of business. And, you know, flip side of it, this week, we're able to break some tackles on El Modena, right? I just think that Campbell was a slightly better team than El Modena. That being said, both of these teams, what they share is they made up very much the same. They don't make mistakes. They come out there, they give you a hard-hitting effort, and they're going to keep running the football with their quarterback, right? So they're going to keep running the football. They're going to keep doing what they've tried to do to us tonight, and we've got to limit our own mistakes that hurt us. And that hurt us last week, and it will hurt us this week if we continue to do it.
Well, here's the thing. If Capital Valley, I mean, if El Modena is going to be required to throw the ball, he's already thrown, Sorensen's all the way, already given the ball away twice on interceptions. This is a very athletic defensive backfield that's able to go ahead and take the ball away. Rodriguez booms it away, line drive kick, bounce, taken at the 10. Up the right side he goes, 20, 25. Nice move out there, past the 30. Still on his feet, past the 35. Boy, that was some hard running there by Jacket. I love watching him play. Yeah, he's one heck of a ball player. Actually, that wasn't Jacket. Good grief. That was Arnold Correa on that one. With the 2 interceptions tonight, Western's now looking at 10 on the season. 10 interceptions for this Western ball club. And remember last year, they hardly had any. 1st and 10. El Modena, they've got it at their own 36-yard line, going from right to left. Sorensen, handoff, right side, big hole, and taken down by across the 42, out to the 42-yard line goes Vega.
And that's Ernest Nunley coming up for the quarterback position to make the stop. That's a touchdown saving tackle possibly there by Nunley.
Okay, 6 yards on that play. 2nd down and 4.
Trips out to the left side this time, ball's in the right hash. Sorensen sends a motion man from light, that's Jacket. Western comes across, another offside, and believe it or not, it's the same guy that did it.
Same guy.
And out he goes. And, you know, at some point, you just sit him down. It's like, sorry, man, you can't get onside. That's
honestly, Ken, we haven't seen him down in a 3-point stance pretty much all year. I'm not quite sure why he's chosen got to be down there, maybe to give Aiden Luna a break or something, but I'm not sure when you have a backer who's used to standing on 2 that this late in the season, you want to get that guy down in 3-point stance. That's sometimes the things that happen. You know, as linebackers, we're excited. We want to go make a play. We don't always have that patience there to wait out a snap count and look at the ball until it's snapped.
Well, that's I don't know how many first downs that is, but that's another penalty-aided offside first down. 1st and 10, El Modena. Sorensen keeps it himself, skips through, first down and more, flag on the play. Generally where there's a hold. Where there's a flag in the middle of the line, there's a hold. I've read that in a fortune cookie once. We'll see if this is the case, and it was. They'll move him back 10.
Hold or not, Western, El Modena really took it to Western on that play, Kent.
You know, you get, it's, you don't want to get on these kids so much. You watch the Dodger game last night, and you see a professional pitcher just kind of just fold. You know, it just makes a bad mental error and costs the Phillies the game, and yeah, they're basically out of the playoffs now. It's a huge play.
Yep.
So you know you got these kids down here. Sometimes you forget they're just kids. You know, they are 17, 18-year-old kids, sometimes younger than that, and they don't always focus. You know, it's a box of chocolates. 1st down and 20. Empty backfield. Sorensen sets up, throws quickly. It's complete. And taken down, Luna comes across to make the grab. As they pick up some of that 10-yard penalty, they get it out to the 41-yard line. And see, this is the thing that El Modena really can't do. They can't get themselves in situations where they're behind the sticks. That's just too much to put on Sorensen's shoulders so far this season. There's a timeout here. Western takes its final timeout of the half. 2:46 to go here in the first half. It's 14-7 Western.
Ken, a great play made by Aiden Luna on that screen. The whole rest of the D-line took the bait and went with that, which is like the third time tonight it's happened. They've not touched us, and our D-line's running up the field. Aiden caught that. He stepped back. He said, where's the ball going? Looked out. And then he's the one that comes across, escapes across, and makes the tackle. That's good, good DN linebacker type play is what you need. And it's not terrible, if you jump the screen, right? It's not a terrible thing if you feel like you have a chance to stop this play altogether. It's the problem is when you're untouched and you come through that line, the first thing that's got to ring in your mind is screen, screen, screen.
I better get back.
Yeah. So. And because that area that you give them is what makes that play work, right? If you don't take the bait and you stay in that area, the quarterback usually just deads the play and throws the ball to the ground.
Second down and 15. Ball's on the left hash. Well, it looked like two guys were in motion. Sorensen sets up. Jackett's got it. He's got the side. He's got a first down into Western territory. Boy, either El Medina's getting off right at the snap, but boy, they are getting off either really quick or somebody's going a little bit early.
Yeah, they go a little bit early on the tight end side and the opposite side. I've seen that earlier tonight. It's definitely them getting off the football, but Kent, as we're coming up that time, we allowed that back to just slip out. If you make contact with that back as a linebacker, they have no chance at that play.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line, 43-yard line of Western. Sets up quickly. Jackett's got it. And hit, dropped. Oh, what a great tackle out there. Dogbaugh coming up and hitting Jackett as soon as he held on to the ball. Rufus Dogbaugh, big hit.
Yeah, Rufus Dogbaugh making an amazing athletic play from the cornerback position. He's coming up, making a big hit on that wide receiver screen.
Second and 10. We're under 2 minutes to go in the half. Western shifting all over the place.
Western's
Rolling
got
out.
one too many on the field.
Back to pass. Oh, it hit as he throws, and ball sails too high. And I don't see a flag on the play.
They got away with it.
For too many men on the field. You count 12 out there?
I already counted them.
Well, I was talking to one of the officials at a JV game, and what they did was they said, they actually count how many guys are in the field, and they flash it to each other, how many they got. There's one move means one thing, and another hand signal means another. That's something I never learned as an official. Anyway, these guys know that stuff.
We had one monkey in the middle got running off there, and he didn't get off the field in time, and he kind of just...
He got in the play, too.
Yeah, he got in the play.
Third down and 10. Pioneers get away with one there. Third and 10 clock is stopped at 1:48 to go. Jacket in motion left to right across the formation. Sorensen back to pass, sets up, throws high, and almost intercepted by Dogbaugh. Dogbaugh comes off the receiver. The pass was thrown well behind the intended receiver, and Dogbaugh just couldn't pull that one in. Fourth down.
That would have been an amazing catch by Dogbaugh. He got those hands all the way out there, did get the feet in, but couldn't quite corral that football.
Fourth down, and El Medina is going to send the punting unit on. Yeah, Sorensen is the punter. You got to be careful that he doesn't just take off running. We'll see if Coach Mitchell, what he wants to do in terms of potentially giving Western field position. What do you think, Justin? Think we got a fake coming here?
This little bit of time left. The thing is, makes it tough. It's a 4th and 10, so you're only going to take the fake if you really feel comfortable about making that first down.
Sorensen boots it away, headed towards Nunley. It bounces and takes an El Medina bounce and down right at the 7-yard line. And, Nunley's, I'm surprised he didn't run up and catch that one. That's kind of a Nunley thing.
Yep.
I was talking to Nunley's mom, Tracy, at length, a couple of days ago over on practice field. What a great guy. She's talking about what's important to her, why she's at Western, and it all centers around Coach Davidson. And, a man of his word, that's what she calls him. He's done everything she said he was going to do, or he said he was going to do, he's done. So you got to give kudos to Coach Davidson for making that kind of an impression on, why the Nunleys, both of them, Travion, the freshman, and Ernest, come on over. Two really good ball players come on over to finish their careers with the Pioneers. First and 10. Thomas has it, back to pass. He's got time, steps up in the pocket. Now he takes off running. Western's out of timeouts. He's weaving and wiving. He needs to get outside. He's at the 30. He steps out of bounds there. He steps out just shy of the 30-yard line to 28. So Chance Thomas gets them out of trouble. They're back inside the 10. Nice run there by Thomas and getting out of bounds.
That was the big part about it. Chance knowing where he's at on the field, down in distance and time on the clock, he gets himself out of bounds and preserves the time for his team.
Western's all out of timeouts. On 1st and 10, they've got it at their own 28-yard line. Minute 22 to go here in the first half. Bad snap. Complete. Bunch of Young's got it. Gets it blocked. And across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The clock will continue to wind, as Western better get on the ball quickly if they want to make anything happen here. 2nd down and 2.
This is about the position where you usually see Western take a shot.
Thomas rolls out to his left. He's got Lindsey in front of him. Now he reverses field, comes the other way, throws well out of bounds. Flag comes in late, right at the foot of a Western offensive lineman. We'll see what this is about. Ineligible man downfield against Western. Yeah, it looked like Thomas is going to take off running, so, you know, your lineman, you got to give the lineman a little bit of love, right? Nate Williams is a former lineman. You got to give those guys a little bit of love sometimes. You know, ineligible downfield means that you're not supposed to cross the line of scrimmage, and they did. But when the quarterback takes off run, or you think he's going to run, you get downfield and try to block.
Very much so.
That's what you call an aggressive mistake. I'm okay with those.
Yes, very much so.
53 seconds to go. We'll replay 2nd down, 2nd and 8. Pump fake, that's handoff. Lindsey. He's going to be short. The ball's on the ground. And boy, the lineman tried to pick it up and go with it instead of jumping on it. Then he finally thought better of it and just jumped on it. Hogan does.
Thank you, Baby J out there, for making sure he jumped on that football. At first, he didn't want to quite go to the ground, take the pancake to get the football.
Exactly. Like, he was going to pick it up and run with it. He had those kind of thoughts. You could tell. He sees the end zone. It's only 65 yards away. I can go.
It's 65.
Nobody gets out of the way.
And I'm 75. I'm going to make it all the way.
3rd down and 2. 20 seconds to go. Western just needs to take care of the ball, I think, at this point. And I think Coach Davis looks like he's happy just to get into the end zone, or he'll go one last play as we're at 5 seconds to go. Now Modena drops. Western takes off. Dogba takes off running. The half's going to end on a mental error. Imagine that. You had. Well, I don't know if you saw what was going on with the defense there, but you had the defense was backing way out of the play here, and they go ahead and wind the clock, and that's it. We're at halftime here at El Modena. The score: Western 14, El Modena 7. Justin, what you got here for the first half?
I mean, it was 1 hour on the dot, 1.5 already done. That was an exciting half, Kent. You know, Western really got to limit the penalties here in the second half. It's not the type of game where you're just going to be able to keep doing that and have no problem. Also, you know, we've done a really good job of just out-competing them. Our athletes have done a great job of coming up, making the catches, making the interceptions. That's the difference in the game so far right now. And El Modena is playing as a team, but haven't really had the spark that they're looking for on offense. Both teams will look to come out in the second half and regain what they did well in the first half and look for some other tools that they can do well as well.
You know, it's pretty well put. What you've got here is these two teams, again, they're tough league here, big league game, a huge game tonight for both teams. But especially Western. If Westerns really want to ensure they get a guaranteed playoff spot, tonight's a big must-win game for them. They can't fall to 0-2 with the remaining schedule that they've got. So we're going to go ahead and go to halftime, and Adrian Almeida's got a nice screen to look at while Justin and I save our breath for a little bit, and we'll go to halftime and send it to you, Adrian Almeida.
First up, our award-winning nominated cheer team under the direction of Coach Michael.
That's kind of cool.
And it's tomorrow.
It's great.
Oh, it's killer. It's so nice.
Did you see it?
Yeah, you guys look good, man.
Yeah, I like it. Nice background behind us.
Yeah, no, it looks great, dude. We can put a little bit of light on it, you know what I mean? So I can get like Instagram. Oh, it's good, man.
No, I think the lighting's
I'm working on one. It's amazing. It brings in all this like
What a great night we're having here at Fred Stadium. Good evening, folks. I'm your broadcast director, Angel Vargas, here at the Pioneer Press PSPN edition. And welcome to Western at El Mondania. Now let's take a look at our production crew for today. We have Caleb Nguyen, your camera operator. Angel Vargas, hey, that's me. Gabriel Rodriguez-Estrada, your scoreboard manager. And finally, Aiden Dominguez, our production assistant, always helping out. We hope you folks have a great night here watching our broadcast. And now, on to Kent Beckel and Justin Spike.
Homecoming festivities went on and through. Justin, what do you expect to see here in the second half? Is you're going to have El Modena is going to get the ball to start this second half. What do you expect to see?
I expect to see Western let it loose a little bit. Skylar Lindsay's really been the motor making this thing go and getting the big chunk yards down the field, other than a few big passes. But, Chance Thomas has had his time as he drops back, time that he hasn't been so used to in the last few games, and I think we're going to let it fly. In addition to that, I'd hope that we clear up some of these penalties, right? Can't just be jumping off sides for no reason. This makes no sense. El Modena, I think they're going to come out. I think they're going to continue to struggle passing. So I really think they're going to need to focus on their run and focus on getting their 10 yards at a time, right? Whether it takes 3 yards every down to get it and running it on fourth, that's what El Modena's likely going to have to do, because as we've seen from this season and from tonight, the quarterback's having trouble finding the receivers he needs against such an athletic defense. Came into tonight 3 touchdowns, 7 interceptions on the season. Of course, more of a running team, but did have an impressive completion percentage hovering there around 60%. So it's kind of odd that you would see that, but they make it into the end zone a lot of times running the football. Well, tonight, the few times they have decided to pass it, Western has come up with interceptions. One of those actually being dropped there on the sideline or not come up with by R.J. Dogba. It could have been 3 there in the first half.
Well, you talked about how El Modena is really a running team. Well, believe it or not, they actually run the ball 54% of the time. Western runs the ball 52% of the time. So there's they're pretty close in terms of their run-pass ratio, and both teams run the ball more than they do pass. So, okay, we're getting ready to start this second half. Rodriguez has the ball teed up right at the 40-yard line from the left hash mark. He'll be kicking from left to right as we get this second half underway.
And a big shout out tonight goes to the newest Davidson, Erica, the wife of Josh, who told us she was a little unhappy when he sold that Jordan Love card. We'll get into more of that later.
Okay. Rodriguez approaches the ball, heads off to the right side short, and taking that goes out of bounds. It almost got picked up there, but wisely let that thing go. This Correa. And El Medina will take over. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
The kicker that time put that ball way up in the air, got it to drop just in front of the returner. And it was in between two guys. They weren't quite sure who was going to return the football, but lucky for El Medina, bounce out of bounds. And that'll help them begin the drive here on the 35.
Sorensen will start with Correa in the backfield with him. The guy you want to look for here is jacket number 0 for El Medina. He's their big play guy, and he is in the slot on the left side on 1st and 10. Sorensen keeps it, fake to Correa. He's got a little bit of a crease off the right side and crosses the 40, gets out to the 41-yard line.
Tackle made there by Elijah Washington.
Yeah, you're probably saying, where are the linebackers, right? And Elijah Washington, defensive back up there, making that stop. You know, Justin, keep an eye on the linebackers. I'm curious.
I'm going to.
What's going on here? 2nd down, and we'll call it 4. Sorensen hands off. There's a big hole there with Correa, and he's got a 1st down out to the 45-yard line.
That time Elijah Washington making the solo tackle again low on the running back just as he picks up the 1st down. That time one of our linebackers went down, I believe it was Taylor, went down, made great contact against the blocker there, the fullback. Actually opened up the hole for the running back though. We need that second linebacker to be flowing with him and get in there and make that tackle.
1st and 10, Correa off to the left of Sorensen, and Western comes offside again.
Seems to me like D-line feels like they have figured out some kind of count or something because they're not watching the ball, they just jump.
Yeah, what do they teach you? Watch the ball.
Watch the ball.
That's it. Number 1 thing, watch the ball. 1st down and 5. Western almost jumped again. As you know, the ball really is there. Right, you know, you're looking at the ball and reacting to the ball. It's easy for me to say, standing up here without a whole lot of sweat. Now there's a timeout.
Interesting enough, you know, we did see how they were kind of getting off earlier. Could that be something that Western's seen on film and the coaches are telling them, right when your guy leaves, just leave? I'm not positive that would be a coaching point, but we did see them getting off early, and on that last play right there, you see the 2 left guys. You got a tight end all the way to the left and a guy bridged in right next to him. They're both down, and they both budged too. And then kind of got back up from their stance and looked around. So I'm not sure what's going on down there, but when in doubt, you just watch the football, and it takes everything away. I mean,
well, what would be the coaching point on film that how would you know on film what the count is? I mean, you can't hear it.
You wouldn't know what the count is, but
yeah, you can't.
I suppose if a left tackle's leaving early every time, I'm not sure, you know, so.
Well, if the left tackle left early, it'd be procedure on the offense, but we're not doing that. 1st down and 5 after Elmo took a timeout there. Sorensen says up quickly and take it down. Ernest Nunley says, nothing doing here, pal, as Nunley comes up and takes the receiver Ramos there for a loss. He'll lose a couple back to the 48.
Yeah, Nunley just split right through the attempted block of the sophomore Jeremy Russell. Russell had to go tell his receiver sorry after that one because Nunley split right through him and absolutely big dog the receiver. Just had his face mask right in his chin, pick him up and slam him into the ground.
Picking up a 2nd down and 7. We're under 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's 14-7 Western. Motion man comes left to right, cross the formation. Sorensen calls for the ball, back to pass he goes. He's in trouble, steps up and down he goes. Western with a rare sack. Eno Segbe along with Rufus back there to make the stack all the way back to the 39-yard line.
And Osegbe and Rufus met at the press which was the quarterback to make that sack. good job there on the backside. Quarterback was looking for that running back leaking out. And, of course, Nunley stayed home on his side from the cornerback, and that created a coverage sack into a real sack.
3rd down and 15. Trips to the right side. Sorensen rolling out to his right. He's got time. Sets up, throws over the middle. Jackett's got it. Headed for pay dirt. Nunley's got him inside the 10-yard line as Jacket got free and is able to take it all the way down to the 9-yard line as Sorensen delivers a strike, and El Modina's in business.
And a great job by Nunley not to give up on that play and go hawk him down from behind, showing his effort and a battle for his teammates. A lot of lesser cornerbacks stop their feet there and just allow that to be a touchdown. Not Nunley. He's able to make the tackle and give his defense another chance.
1st and goal, El Modena. Sorensen has Correa offset to his left. Play action fake, throws, and it's almost intercepted. Payne had it in and out of his hands. As boy, I'll tell you, that would have been 6 the other way. There was nothing but green in front of him. Payne couldn't bring it in.
And I have no idea who he was throwing it to there, Kent.
Yeah, there was.
I went to 2 Western defenders. I didn't see any El Modena receivers there in that position to make that catch.
2nd down and 10 as El Modena dodged a bullet on that one. Trips to the right side this time. Low snap. Sorensen keeps it himself. Calls his number. He goes in. Touchdown. Parting of the Red Sea right up the gut. Sorensen, easy fake, goes into the end zone, and El Modena 1 point away, 1 extra point away from tying this ball game up. Martin on to try the extra point. There's the snap, kick is up, and flag on the play. Let's check this out. It would have been good. So let's see what this flag's about. And the officials are conferring over there. White hat says personal foul against Western. So that'll be enforced on the kickoff. The Western again going to shoot themselves in the foot.
Gotta wonder if that's somebody going right over the center, knocking into the center, something like that going on there.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's one of those things, if you hit the center, that's a personal foul. But the official that called it was the official on the left side. It wasn't. It was the sideline official. It wasn't one in the middle, or the umpire who would have seen that. Might have been something else they saw. But either way, it's 15 yards. That's going to be assessed on the kickoff. So El Modena be kicking from the 45-yard line. Going to shout out our third quarter cameraman here, Aiden Dominguez. Aiden Dominguez, a freshman, now over here, taking care of business for us on the camera film. Filling in for Kevin Arroyo, our typical camera guy.
Have you seen them? They got their own lineup themselves this week.
Yeah, they do.
Production crew lineup.
Yeah, wait, that's pretty wild.
They went and took pictures.
Yeah.
They got ready for that one.
Yeah, this is a student production, so it's it's great to do it, and great to be part of it too. I think it's what we used to call auto shop, and now you're getting these guys marketable skills, so they go out there and get a job in this field later on. Ball's booted away, and it'll go into the end zone, 5 yards deep. Western will take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. The question tonight's going to be, for the rest of this ball game here, we're 8 minutes to go into the third quarter, is going to be, will Western not shoot themselves in the foot to keep this ball game? Because this game would be pretty well, it would be in hand for them if they're able to just not shoot themselves in the foot. Okay, empty backfield, 4 receivers bunched off to the right side. Bunchy Young is by himself off to the left. Thomas back to Pat, clutch throws, Nunley incomplete. Nice job coming over there to knock that one away for El Modena. That was Thomas Sheehan on the defense there. Boy, that was a nice play, taking it away.
They call cojones right there, Kent. When you jump that ball and you're the last line of defense. If you don't get your hand on that, Nunley's in for 6.
I think yeah, you're absolutely right. I think he's in for 6. I'm not sure he's going to tackle Nunley anyway if it gets to him. But it falls harmlessly down, 2nd and 10. First time we've thrown Nunley's way so far tonight. Taylor is in the backfield. He with his green shoes. Thomas has time, steps into his throw, looking for Bunchy. He's open, it's overthrown, incomplete. Bunchy had gotten behind Jacket, and it goes incomplete over his head. As Thomas let that thing go. God, he had to be a good 60-yard throw in the air.
Yeah, that shows you the tremendous arm. You know, if I could just get Chance Thomas to give to a tackle below his arm, my team would be much better. But
You talking about your fantasy team?
not just my fantasy, my real football team. But
okay.
yeah, because that Chance's ball doesn't die. You see that how that ball is thrown. It had just as much heat at the end as it did at the start. But Bunchy couldn't get under it.
3rd and 10. Thomas back to pass. Sets up throws. Knocked away and caught. Bunchy comes down with it. No, that's Aiden with it. The ball is knocked away, almost intercepted. Bounce in the air. Aiden Payne calls it in. And Western, they get a first down.
Very lucky there. That one was tipped up, and Aiden stayed on top of it. Pretty much saved his team's butt there, as that one was going to go the opposite way, if not.
Joseph Ruffin checks into the ball game. He ended up being the leading rusher in the game last week against Capital Valley after he just became active. He goes in motion. Handoff. Lindsey getting beat up in there for a tough 1-yard run. Skylar Lindsey.
Don't do like, ooh, oh, I couldn't do that.
Looked like the development of that play was just a little bit off, Kent. We didn't quite get that with the timing that we were looking to get it off.
You know, in talking with Coach Calhoun, you know, when the center reaches right or left, he's telling you where you got to put the ball. You got to put the ball, if you're reaching right, you got to put the ball on your left inner thigh as you're snapping it. More of that later. Thomas back to pass. He's in trouble. And down he goes. He gets swung around, flung to the turf. And that'll move the ball back to the 25-yard line.
And we thought Western would be able to drop back and pass the football, but now El Modena bringing some craftier blitzes.
Believe it or not, that's only like the 6th sack of the season for El Modena. And here we are into game 7. 3rd down and 16 for the Pioneers. They got to get, actually it's 3rd down and 18. They got to get to the 42. Lindsey to the right. 3 receivers to the left. 3-man front, 1 man showing blitz, or 1 man looks like he's coming. 4 come. Thomas steps up in the pocket. Now he takes off running. Got a long ways to go. Slides down well short. There's a flag on the play back at the 28-yard line. We'll see what this is about.
That's the maximum you want to do.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to keep the offense on the field here. Tie ball game. Officials are talking things over. Let's see what this is about. Looks like it's going to go against Western.
Yeah, Ken, this has been the story of tonight. I mean, if Western doesn't walk out of here winning this football game, you've got to just look in the mirror and say we did it to ourselves, because I feel like this is penalty 10 or 12 on us, and we're going against penalty 1 or 2 on El Modena, and it has nothing to do with the referees. It has everything to do with ourselves.
Oh yeah, these are indisputable flags, and you know typically we'll dispute them, or you know we'll have something to say about them. But I don't have anything to say about these. 3rd down and 24. And there's another timeout here as Coach Davison wants to take a timeout with 6:24 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We're all tied at 14. Yeah, this really is going to come down, this ball game, I'm almost convinced. And actually, the only team really that is going to be, you know, maybe a lesser opponent is going to be your alma mater, Cypress, next week. That team's down, but you know, again, Coach Feldman will have that team ready. This next week will be Cypress's Super Bowl for the Delta League. You'll know they're going to come ready to go in that game. They're going to want a piece of Western. They're crosstown rival. They're going to want to beat them. And so when that happens, you got to know if Western doesn't have their heads screwed on next week, Cypress is going to walk out of Handle Stadium with a win.
Yeah, very much so. Cypress is not a penalty-laden or mistake-ridden team, so though they probably lack what we have in athletics, you know, they make up for it in just playing every down tough and hard, and it's like you're seeing El Modena right now, you know, sticking in this game, for lack of a better word, and they have it tied right now.
Third down and 24 for the Pioneers, back at their own 18-yard line. Nunley in motion, back to pass is Thomas. He's got time, now he rolls out, now he steps up, tries to get outside, he's in trouble, down he goes.
In this down and distance, you know, Chance Thomas has just got to throw that one to somebody or throw it away. He's trying to make something work there by himself with his feet, but, you know, you've got 3rd and 30 pretty much, 3rd and 25, and it's just a tough situation there.
If you throw it up and you have an opportunity for pass interference, you take a sack, you know, you're punting.
Yep. Almost there, you just throw it up and give it an arm punt, if nothing else.
And Chance Thomas is back in punt formation as Noah Inskeep, the normal punter, is out. So that's Chance Thomas standing at his own 2. Will Dan Davidson call for a fake here? Thomas kicks it away, high kick, doesn't go anywhere. Straight up, takes a Western bounce. And it's going to stop right at, close to the original line of scrimmage, well, actually the line to gain, the 42-yard line, and that's where El Modena will take over. 1st and 10 at the Western 42 with himself. Let's see what happens here. Nervous time at Fred Kelly Stadium if you're wearing a Pioneer hat. Throws quickly, incomplete, in and out of the hands of Jacket. And I'll tell you what, he had a blocker in front of him, and that could have been real trouble, as that's a speedster out there in Jacket, or Jaquette. I think it's Jaquette. I'm hearing the PA game call him Jaquette.
Great job there getting in the backfield for Western and making the tackle on the fake handoff there. That's Deshaun Rufus. When in doubt, take the guy down. That was a good fake by the quarterback, Kent. He left it in there until the last second, then pulled it out and threw it to him.
Well, you almost have to tackle him every play. 2nd down and 10. 4-man front for the Pioneers. Sorensen keeps it himself. Had him, missed him. That was Hardy had him in the backfield, and he's able to escape and pick up 1 yard on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
A lot of times we're leaving our feet. We go to the contact point, and then we leave our feet. We wrap arms and we leave our feet, but you're losing everything that makes your ability to make a tackle, which is your feet. If you can wrap your arms and then drive those feet, you're in a much better position. So
yeah, you can do that at the freshman level, but you really can't do that at this level. 3rd down and 9. Trips out to the left side. And there's movement. This time I think El Modena moved. No, they're going to give it against Western, but you saw them move. Western with another offsides. And you know, it's one of those things, El Modena may have actually moved, but because you've done it so many times, you're not going to get the flag. You will not get the flag. And honestly, the coaching staff doesn't have anything to complain about. Sorry, pals, that's just how that is. 3rd down and 5. Trips to the left side. Sorensen's trying to get Western to jump again. No kidding.
All right. Here, don't shoot at the camera too much. Leave it there. That's perfect.
Sorensen checks his play. Look for a quarterback draw here. Western shows blitz. Sets up, throws quickly out to the left side, complete. 1st down, breaks the tackle inside the 30-yard line. Ramos on the receiving end of that. And 1st down.
Western is reeling right now, Kent.
You know, these 3rd downs that keep getting, 3rd down and long that keep getting completed, that really, that wears on you, wears thin. Sorensen back to pass, got time, steps into his throw, over the middle, looking for Jaquette, incomplete. As Nunley came across, and that might have been what you call a business decision there.
Very much so. Cat Nunley peeling back with the head of steam. That one was already thrown a bit high. You want to go up for that one, you're going to take a big crease to the body. And I think he decided, no, not tonight.
Business decision.
Business decision.
I think the first time I heard that was from you, and I'm hearing it now on these guys doing it on radio. That guy's making a business decision right there. I think, I don't forget which NFL guy just said that recently. 2nd down and 10. Sorensen keeps it himself right side. Now he takes it up the middle. Spins his way close to another first down. He's got it at the 15. It almost seems too easy for him, the way he's able to get through right up the middle.
Now we're getting we're getting a very light push from our defensive line there. Got us off guard whether they're going to throw the ball or pass it. I'm not quite sure. What makes the difference is the defense line, except just holding your line, but we're getting the push is being done on us right now. Our front three cannot survive. But, you know, we're opening big holes for them.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. 3:26 to go here in the third. It's all tied up, but Elmo's knocking on the door. Sorensen handoff, and this time taken down hard. And there's a late flag coming in after the play. De La Vega got back to line of scrimmage, and that's it. Then the flag comes in after the play. Let's see what this flag's about. Western's walking backwards. Be along the lines of an unsportsmanlike contact, and it is against the Pioneers. So you stop him for no gain, and then let's go ahead and
just give him 15.
Let's go ahead and give him 7 yards. Just, you know, because
7, yeah. Split it.
7.5-yard penalty here.
Oh man. You guys can't tell on air. I'm doing everything I can right now to keep it together.
Yeah, it's like, you know, especially you would think after last week's, you know, meltdown that wouldn't have this, and here we are again. And you know, the reality of it is that might be who we are.
We kind of doubled down this week.
Yeah, that's the makeup of the team. Okay, full house set where the Sorensen's under center. On 2nd down and 3, Sorensen keeps it himself, rolling out to his left. He's got some room, head for the pay dirt. He's in, touchdown. I wanted that touchdown, and Sorensen just ducked his shoulder and ran over one of the Pioneers to get into the end zone. He wanted it way more than we wanted to stop it.
I mean, that's a simple one-task kind of guy thing. We have an in there, and he's supposed to be there for that reason. Well, he chased it in, and Sorensen booted right behind him. So what are you going to do? You have the guy there to make the play. You called the right defense, you have the guy make the play, but he decided to do his own thing instead of staying home where he's supposed to be.
Snap down, kick is up, and it is good. So El Medina takes the lead, 21-14 with 2:53 to go here in the third quarter. Yeah, Justin, you know, this is what happened last week. You know, last week, you know, it was Pioneers had a 14-7 lead, and then that was the last time we scored, and Capital Valley just turned it on and turned a tight ball game, turned a 14-7 lead into a 41-14 laugher. And let's hope we don't see that again.
Yeah, very much so, Kent.
That would be tough. I mean, that would be really tough. Really tough for us to kind of get through that one, you know. Well, okay. Well, let's see what happens. See how we answer. This is going to be big. Okay. Nunley and Young are deep for the Pioneers. Booted away. Headed towards Nunley, bounces and goes out of bounds. So Western will start this next drive at the 35-yard line.
Scoring drive 7 plays. 2 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock. Going a total yardage of 42 yards. Ending up with an 8-yard run by Ethan Sorensen.
So last time Western had the ball, sack, penalty, sack. And there was a couple near misses, but we couldn't quite bring it home. Again, it's not like Western's out of the game. Obviously, it's a 7-point game, but those near misses can't happen. Those got to actually be. They got to happen.
You got to get back to running the ball too. You can't just stand back and try to throw the ball 3 times either. I mean, honestly, at some point, Modena is gonna mix some type of blitz up that's gonna get you sacked like earlier. So we got to mix it up.
Young goes in motion this time. Lindsey, the setback, he gets it. Up the middle he goes. And he can't get much going at all. He got 2 yards on the play. Maybe a yard. Actually going to mark him back right at the 36. So give him 1.
Time Skylar Lindsey going off tackle to the right. And nothing going for him. He had 3 defenders in his face as he tried to break through the line there.
2nd down and 8. Thomas rolls out to his left. Still running. And he's going to run out of real estate. Just kind of flings it away to save the saves the sack. Incomplete.
And Thomas has a tougher time rolling out to that direction than he does the opposite direction sometimes. That time getting his body a little turned around slightly awkwardly as he's getting to the line there, and nothing to do there for Western.
I rarely see, I'm just, it'd be interesting to know what his completion percentages is when he's rolling out to his left, because it's got to be low. He's a 60% thrower, and his best bet staying in the pocket and delivering a strike with his feet underneath him. 3rd down and 8. Thomas straight back. He's got time. Steps up. Now he takes off, and down he goes.
He's carrying that ball out loosely like that. They were swiping at it. Almost knocked that one out.
Well, that's what happened at the end of the first half last week's game. They came around, stripped it from him. Next play, they got it. They scored right at the end of the half, 4 seconds ago, and it just went straight downhill from there. You're looking at the body language of the 2 different teams here, and this definitely is shades of last week. Pioneers' body language is hands on hips and almost looks like they're tired. 4th and 10. Western keeps the offense on the field. Lindsey offset to his right. Straight back he goes. He's got time. Now he steps up in the pocket. He better get there. He's not going to get there. He's got too many Delmo guys as Thomas can't convert. And El Medina takes over on down. It's hard for me to believe that nobody was open. I wasn't watching the receivers on that, and they weren't open at all. Or either they were, they just weren't getting seen.
You didn't have a whole lot open, but you've got the better 7-on-7. You don't ever have anybody open. Everybody's always guarding. You still throw them the football, they still make the catch. You got to trust your guys. He's got the guys that he needs. He's got the guys that he's confident around, that he's comfortable with. You put a ball up to Nunley. Nunley's not losing the ball to one of these guys.
He's not going to lose.
You got to give him a chance. You got to give Bunchy a chance.
Yeah, and unless you're committed to make that 10 yards, and there's a very difference in the way these 2 quarterbacks run the ball. Sorensen hand off, and nothing doing is Ian Douglas is right on top of him, and he gets squished. As a running back throws John Hardy down. No flag there, but okay. 2nd down and 12. Yeah, there's a commitment to running the football, and you see the difference in these quarterbacks is you've got, when Sorensen takes off, ball's tucked away, and he's going. The chance goes, he's still got the ball loose. You're going to throw it, and you can't throw it when you're past line of scrimmage. Sorensen's back to pass, throws complete, inside slip screen, 1st down and more. Still on his feet, breaks a tackle, ball's loose. Ball gets knocked away by Nunley, and Western jumps on it, and they catch a huge break there as Ernest Nunley reaches around and strips the ball out of the receiver, Jeremy Russell's hands, and Western's able to jump on it.
That's a huge play. Huge play for Western. Nunley really saving it there for his team. Oh, wow, what a late call. That's some home cooking right there, Kent.
Oh, wow.
Roughing the passer call on that is crazy to me. Did not see a flag come out.
Either.
That whole play went down. The receivers got it on a 15-yard slant. Gets the ball knocked out, and somehow after the whole play, we've got an imaginary flag for roughing the passer. What? That is surprising.
I didn't see it, but that saves El Medina's bacon for sure, as Western had the ball stripped and recovered a fumble. And now they get a fresh set of downs.
So we just weren't going to call the penalty if it was like a 15-yard pass like that, and they're going to keep going, but we called the penalty. I don't know. I'd still never seen a yellow flag.
I didn't either. I mean, who knows when it happened, but
That's
official's right there and dropped the ball right on it. Yeah, my eyes were downfield, so I couldn't tell you anyway. Well, as it is, 1st and 10, now Modena, they've got it at the Western 28-yard line, 16 seconds to go here in the third. Sorensen keeps it himself and is able to push ahead, following his blockers to 25. That's the difference. Sorensen follows his blockers the whole time, where Chance, when he gets the ball and runs around, he's solo cholo out there.
Yeah.
He is just out there scrambling around. It's a legit scramble.
He would do himself justice if he tucked that ball away for a minute. Even if he's going to throw it, tuck it away for a minute, then reset and throw. When you hold the ball the whole time, everybody's going after that ball, first off. Second off, nobody is convinced that you're going to run the football. So if you're out in coverage, sometimes as a quarterback, the second you tuck that ball, that's when that corner comes up a little bit. It says, oh, quarterback can run. I got to come up and get him. Now, all of a sudden, you can dig it over his head. So tucking that ball away actually helps you as a quarterback. You know, you're scrambling, right? You roll out to the left. You roll out to the left. You're rolling. It's not there. You've got 7 yards between you and the line of scrimmage because you rolled out. So as you're scrambling at 7 yards, you got to take that ball down. Then you come to the line of scrimmage and say no one's on you, and you haven't decided, thankfully, to run. Okay, now you can pop and throw it. But when you make the decision to run, it's got to be a firm decision. Take that ball down and go straight. You can't be bouncing around. You can't hold the ball out, because it's all just causing you problems. And, you know, Chance is really good at redefining his game and making it all happen, but at the start of the season, we didn't see him holding it out there as much as he is now when he's scrambling. It's kind of like we're going back into the old habit of having that ball hanging out there, and nothing good can ever come from it.
No, it certainly has. Well, that was the end of the third. As teams flopped ends, as now you got El Medina going from left to right as we start this fourth quarter, 2nd down and 8. From the 25-yard line of Western, El Medina with a 21-14 lead. Sorensen, 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Low snap, he keeps it himself, right side he goes, and gets hit and breaks a tackle. You don't make Ernest Nunley miss that often, and he did. He ran right through an Ernest Nunley tackle, is able to pick up 4 yards, bringing up a 3rd and 1.
And I don't know how that's not a penalty on the back end. Once again, John Hardy just gets thrown down to the ground after the play, and there's no penalty. I don't know what's going on here today. Nunley looked like he lost his footing before making that tackle.
Well, you know, Justin, it's like if you're a team that's always committing the penalties, and we have been, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, you just don't get the benefit of the doubt
There's no
ever.
way. It just welcome to reality. It's not fair, but that's the way it is. 3rd down and 1, full house backfield. 3 backs, quarterback under center, handoff, right side, 1st down and more. Out to the 10-yard line. That's De La Vega. 1st and goal, El Medina.
Western really hungry for a turnover right now. This defense desperately needs something.
I'll take a regular tackle. You know, just a squared up textbook tackle would be great. Full house backfield again on 1st and goal from the 9. Straight ahead, we're actually slanting off to the right side. De La Vega picking up 6 on the play.
That time we got a strong push off to the right, but all for nothing. They're to our right, and they ran to our left. So we're getting the push. We're not keeping our eyes up and seeing where the football is going. It's creating the lanes that they need when they run.
2nd and goal from the 4-yard line.
Never mind.
They stay with that full house backfield. Seems to work pretty well. Handoff, right side, flag in the play. Looks like they're going to get a hold on. This time, John Hardy was actually in on his back, and I think that was a pretty clear hold takedown. My granddaughter, Olivia, be happy with that takedown. That's a jiu-jitsu hand takedown right there. They're going to get Medena on the hold there. And that'll move him back 5.
Holding is the call against the Vanguard.
So that'll bring the regular offense out. And you know, when El Medina's in that full house mode, Western has had the Pioneers had a really tough time actually stopping them. Second and goal from the 14. Clock winds. We're under 10 minutes to go here in the 4th. It's 21-14, El Medina. They're looking to add to their lead here. Trips to the left side this time. De La Vega offset to his left. Jaquette left, now he goes right, then he goes left, throws out. Jaquette's got it, and ball's separated and complete. Nesby right on him with that. And again, he was engaged with another receiver and happened to push him back in there. That was a nice play by him.
Yeah, it was. They knew who they were targeting on that play. When you bring that guy in motion, take him back out, you can see the wide receiver screen coming from the start.
3rd down and goal from the 14. Empty backfield this time. Keep your eye on Jaquette, number 0. There's a timeout. Western takes its timeout. That's the 2nd timeout of the half. They've got 1 left in this ball game.
Timeout.
Yeah, those timeouts at that point, well, I know this is a big juncture in the game, but you know, at this point, is this with a 1-score game? Are you trying the field goal here if you're El Medina? They have not been successful with a field goal so far this season.
I mean, if I'm coaching right now for El Medina, I'm trying to put this one in the end zone and, you know, give it a night.
Yeah, you know, it's, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going in here or not, you know, what I'm doing. I think if you get close, you got to try the field goal. You got to go up by 2 scores. If it's, you know, down, if this kind of a 14-yard distance still, if they get a little bit, get it to the middle of the field, maybe it's a little bit more than an extra point, something that's very doable.
Yeah, I think if you get it, you know, if you can get 10 yards here, you might want to go for it. Otherwise, you're going to kick the extra point if you're not successful.
Well, here we go. 3rd and goal from the 14. Ball's on the right hash, trips out to the left side, empty backfield. Sorensen trying to get Western to jump. It's worked so far plenty of times tonight. I don't have enough fingers for a number of times it's worked. 3rd down and goal from the 14. Sorensen back to pass. Got time, throws over the middle. Flag on the play, and it's incomplete. And there's that flag, usually where there's holding. Personal foul, roughing the passer again. Wow. I didn't even see you get hit.
Neither did I. But I was looking at the ball going into the end zone. I know we had pressure on them. We were bringing the blitz. There was a stunt going on the right side.
The only way you're going to
get out.
The only way you're going to get that flag is you're hitting him in the head. I mean, because if you're hitting him square, I mean, I mean, it wasn't like it was way out of our sight. And again, in high school, it's not an automatic 1st down, I don't think. So we'll replay 3rd down. 3rd down and goal from the 7. As that pass did go incomplete. So Justin,
That's first and goal. First and goal.
Okay, they did change. It is 1st and goal. Fresh set of downs. As that 3rd down pass went incomplete. Sorensen keeps it himself, as that's worked pretty well. And he gets taken down to the 5-yard line. Again, shades of last week. Penalties and penalties, bad play, just killing the Pioneers.
I mean, it's not extremely impressive what we're getting beat by. It's just good, sound football.
Yeah. I mean, one team executes, the other team doesn't. That's, I think they call that coaching. And Dan's a great friend of mine, but this is, he'll be the first to tell you, our guys are not executing. As that run will take him down to the 3. De La Vega will bring up a 3rd and goal from the 3. As we're at 8:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. You know, it's tough to have the kind of discipline that you need to when it matters here. I mean, it really is. It's all that stuff that happens in the weight room. 3rd down and goal. De La Vega right side he goes, and he stopped short right at the goal line. Actually, that wasn't De La Vega. That looked like Walker Duff, number 40, carrying the ball. Was it 40 or was it 20? That was 20. De La Vega. 4th and goal. 4th down and goal from inside the 1.
They're keeping the offense on the field, Ken.
Yeah, I think you have to here. I mean, you're not going to kick at it from that point. Big play in the ball game. Look for Sorensen to go straight ahead. 4th down and goal. Full house backfield. Flag on the play. Offsides. Western. So instead of 4th and goal from the half yard, it's 4th and goal from the 8-inch yard line. 8-inch line. You know, Justin, football's a game of inches. Let's hope that inch didn't make the difference. That ball is literally resting almost on the goal line. Huge play here in this ball game. 4th and goal. Another flag. Another offsides. This time that penalty was 4 inches. You're going to have to get like a microscope to be able to measure the distance that you're actually getting. Okay, 4th and goal from the 2-inch line now. Straight ahead, I think he got it. He's in easily. Touchdown.
Got a whole lot to say about that one, Ken. 2-inch line. They were able to just stretch it across.
And there's a late flag coming in, probably unsportsmanlike, standing right at the foot of one of the Western. There's another one that just comes in. So that looks like 2 unsportsmanlike penalties against the Pioneers as they're melting down.
The problem with that is no hit happened after that. That means that you're saying something as a young man to those referees, as a grown man, to make him throw that flag. 2 of them. And whatever you're saying right now to that grown man, you have absolutely no authority to be saying. You should shut up. I hope you clip that one. I hope Coach Davison clips that one and plays it for him, or I can come to practice and tell him myself. Because that's ridiculous, Kent. 2 flags after they score, just because you're standing there saying something to the referees. You have nothing to say to the referees. The only person that talks to the referee is the coach. That's it. You have nothing to say to them.
It's just a complete meltdown again.
And I know every defensive guy on this staff right now is just losing it too, just like me. They've got to feel the same. I mean, this is frustrating. This is very, very frustrating. We did this whole game to ourselves. We deserve every single bit of what's happening right now. We could not keep it together at all tonight. And it's frustrating because we have the talent, we have the athletes. We're a better team. And it's
and somebody
we're going to leave here. We're not going to be the better team because
somebody got ejected.
Yeah, now you're going to miss a game.
You missed this game, and you missed another one, and guess who it was? I'll save him the embarrassment because he won't be in the ball game next week either. Just not good.
I mean, it's upsetting when you get knocked on your butt enough in one night, but it's not the way you got to react to it. You lose a whole nother game.
It's that whole adversity thing that, you know, if you just. I remember there was times when you were playing, where your coach, Coach Fenton, would do things to you that was. He would do things that was like unfair, right? He would have things happen that was just not fair. And how did you guys handle adversity? It's no different than like an official, you know, making a call you didn't like.
Yeah.
No different. So, you know, these are things that you see this happen, and you can tell this is a team that really doesn't get adversity. There's the snap. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 6:46 to go here in the fourth quarter, El Medina 28 and Western 14.
I mean, I'm at the point, Kent, where I think next week, the next time we're at home, we just shut it all down. No more cameras, no more OT7, no more us, no more this. Let's get back to playing football. What is all this for if we're just going to go out and rack up 150 yards and penalties every week and get a guy kicked out of the game and look silly down by the end zone because we're jumping off sides 3 times in a row? Like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, it's...
I went and watched the Golden Bears play, the 9U Golden Bears, the 10U Golden Bears, and they're not jumping off sides like this.
Yeah, it's...
And that's not your coach. That's not your coach's problem that you jump off sides as a D lineman. That's a self thing. That's a discipline thing. That's watching the ball. And you've been taught not to jump off sides. We just keep doing it. It's hard, man.
You know, the self-destruction is incredible. Well, we'll see with, who's the guy right now that's going to step up and make a difference? Who's the team leader that's going to come out and say, let's get this together? You have the talent to do it. Who's going to be that guy that steps up? Had a conversation with the old teammate, and he said, well, back when we were playing, when Justin was playing, it was all of us, including Justin here, that would be getting guys together to...
Yeah, it's a rah-rah thing. It's definitely, it's like getting in each other's face rather than a ref's face, right? Like, let's get in each other's face and let's yell at each other and let's figure out how we fix this. Blowing off steam on refs does you no good. Especially, I mean, multiple times where, Kent, we're affecting our special teams because we did something in the end zone at the end of a play. We're affecting, this part of the game or that part of the game, or we get a first down taken back at the start of the game because it's 3rd and 14 and something happens and we have a penalty. It's like we were doing it to ourselves.
Well, speaking of penalty, remember that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that should have been enforced on the kickoff? Well, they should have been kicking from the 45.
That's what I was thinking right now.
It's like, officials, where are they at? They're probably looking at, this is so ridiculous, they can't even remember to call them.
No. That's kind of where they're at.
There's so many, they forgot. Like, good God, let's get out of here. Well, let's see what Western can do. Can they answer? They'll need a quick score and play some defense. Nunley's got it, and he's the guy to have it in his hands. He's at the 20, he's at the 25. And El Medina smelling blood. Short return out to the 28-yard line for Nunley.
This is where you learn, some of these guys on Western that are going to go play college football. This is much like that environment. Like, this crowd is packed tonight. It was quiet the first half when we were doing our thing. The second that the home crowd gets a little bit of a taste of some fun, they're on us, right? And they've been on us the rest of the night, and so is El Medina. They've been playing behind their crowd. Very, very much a hometown feel here.
Well, what you have is you got the field is now slanted. And it is slanted, or you got Westerns going uphill. There must be about a 10-degree slope that they're going to have to overcome in 6 minutes and 39 seconds. They got the guys to do it. Let's see if they can accomplish it. Thomas breaks contain, takes off running, and he slides down at the 40-yard line. It's enough for a first down. The thing I'm noticing is that he's leaving soon. It's almost like he's taking off way early.
He's not trusting his pocket.
No, he's not trusting the pocket. Can't blame him. He's been sacked 20 times this season.
Yeah, but he has to try to identify how many people are rushing. Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 5? And if it's 3 or 4, I got to stay in there.
Yeah, I mean, they're only rushing 4. Young drops it. I mean, I think that's the only time a bunch of Youngs dropped the ball this year. And you can hear the thing clank off of his hands all the way up here.
Yep.
Bunchy never drops
He
it.
was just kind of getting ready to turn upfield, and he thought about moving forward before catching that football. And
so who's going to be the guy that steps up that makes the play?
Yeah, you got to break this little kryptonite we have going on right now.
It's a 2-game kryptonite. Yeah, since San Dimas, Western's not looked good at all. Thomas throws complete. That's Osei Osegbe pulling that one in. And he gets it out to midfield. First down, Western. See, Western can move up the field quickly. 20 seconds and they're already at midfield. So to think, Western out of the ballgame, not by a long shot. They just got to play different. Thomas back. He's got time. Looking for Bunchy. That one-on-one ball. Got it! Bunchy Young, what a grab! All the way down to the 4-yard line. Oh my, Bunchy.
An amazing grab by Bunchy Young, a contested catch. He had to lean into the corner on that one, go down low and catch that one. Hopefully we can punch this one into the end zone, Kent.
Gotta
preserve the rest of the time.
Got to do it quick with only one timeout. Those timeouts may loom large here. Thomas back to pass. Over the middle. Got it. Touchdown. Osei and Osegbe.
And now Western's fired up. They broke a little bit of that kryptonite in Osegbe with the catch in the end zone. And there's still a chance for us tonight, Kent. We're going to need a stop from the defense. First off, first things first, right? We're going to need this extra point.
Need the extra point. As Rodriguez 2 for 2 on the night.
Definitely had some shaky snaps this year. One earlier tonight. We barely got off, so hopefully Thomas is able to bring this one down. We're able to put it up through the uprights.
Big extra point. Good snap. Kick is up. It is good. So with 5:37 to go here in the fourth quarter, El Modena 21, Western 28, Western 21. Yeah, Justin, you know, there's that quick strike ability of Western, which you know is there. It's been there the entire game. It's just when are we gonna actually make the plays? And you know, after it started off kind of rough. You Bunchy dropping one, and after that it was just on. You know, it was Chance Thomas using that great throw of his to Bunchy Young all the way down to the 4-yard line, and then that last throw to Osei was just a dart real quick. And you're not going to stop that, not against a guy like Osei.
Yeah, once he gets that inside release on you, right? He's got that position and he's going to make that catch. One thing I do think that helped the Western defense was throwing those posts this last series. Western had gone away from throwing inside. We've been throwing outside the numbers, short and deep. But working those posts gave us that space that we need to take down the field.
Rodriguez needs a good kick here. Ball's on the right hash. Right-footed kicker. The diminutive sophomore. Approaches the ball and booms it away. High kick. Short. Taken at the 20-yard line. 25-30. Breaks 3. Across the 40-yard line to the 43. Good field position there for El Modena. 5:32 to go here in this fourth quarter. El Modena 28-21 over the Pioneers.
Pioneers defense really got to focus up right now.
And they're missing one of their starters who got ejected over not liking the fact that they scored on. They got scored on.
Yep. Yeah, I think that was one of those injections, like, I just have heard enough all night. You've been chopping at me.
Yeah. Well, here we go.
A rare one.
Sorensen sends 2 receivers out to the right. Yeah, there's a flag on the play. Let's see what this one's about. Illegal procedure against El Modena.
Leaving early.
They've been leaving early all.
They left early.
Right?
They've left early multiple times tonight.
Well, this time El Modena gets a flag. I think that might be their 3rd flag of the night. They don't get many.
It's 3 for them, 13 for us.
First down and 15, trips out to the right side for Sorensen. Sorensen keeps it himself and nothing doing. He'll get maybe a yard on the play, and that's it. As Western's defense comes up big. Looks like Luna in on the stop.
Western's got to be really careful because right now El Modena's just kind of egging them on. I see a lot of talking going on down there. El Modena's going to egg you on to do something dumb.
They're going to try to get you in a 15-yard. Okay, here's your assignment on this play. Watch to see if
they'll
there's
put
going to be.
me in on offense right now just to set you off. You know, I'm not even an offensive player, but I can get that penalty.
Watch the quarterback to see watch the roughing of the passer. I think if you watch it, it won't happen. Second down and 13. Sorensen calls for the ball, handoff, and nothing doing. Boy, Luna in on the stop. swallows up the running back for a 3-yard loss back to the 37-yard line. 3rd down and 15. Huge play.
Looks like Western will be getting the ball back with about 4 minutes left to go.
Well, they got to make a play because they haven't
one more
gotten on
stop.
the field here
Yep, you're
on
right.
3rd and long. I don't know how many times. Speaking of Luna, you got the full Harvest Moon coming up behind you off your right shoulder. 3rd down and 15. Sorensen rolls out to his right, throws, incomplete. Quarterback didn't get touched. No flag on the play. 4th down. You were watching, right?
I was watching.
That's it. You see, it's been your fault this whole time that everything's been happening. 4th down. And the clock is stopped with 4:06 to go. And Western comes up with a big stop here in this series following their touchdown. Gut check for the Pioneers, and they showed up big on that, at least on that series. Nunley's really deep on this one. I don't think Sorensen's got the leg to get him there.
There's not a chance. There's an NFL kick right there if he gets it all the way to Nunley.
Good snap, high kick. It's short, and it bounces and takes an El Medina. Well, actually, just takes a Western bounce straight up. I'm not loving that because Nunley usually come up and make that catch. Now he's not catching it.
I mean, he's not going to come up and make the catch when he starts so far back. He's too far to run. He's got to start more where the ball's going to land.
You remember how he was like so aggressive before, and then that one muff punt against Huntington Beach, he hasn't been the same.
Yeah.
He's got to find that confidence back because come playoff time, going to need him. Those are times where you have big plays, and he's got to be there. Well, Western has it, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. 3:58, 1 timeout to go. Here we go. Look for Joseph Ruffin here. He's in the slot, inside, on the left side. Thomas rolls out to his left, squares his shoulder, looking for Bunchy. Got it! Oh, what a grab by Bunchy! Oh, no, it's intercepted! Oh, no! I thought Bunchy had it, got ripped away. What an athletic play by El Medina. As Sheehan rips it away from Bunchy Young, and El Medina takes over.
Yeah, Bunchy went down real hard on that play on his back. I think he knocked all the wind out of himself. Sheehan was able to rip that one off. Again, I think if you get, if you have a replay on that like the NFL does, I think that one goes to Bunchy because he had the ball when he hits the ground, right? But nonetheless, it got ripped out at the end there, and it was a bang-bang thing. It was very tight, very close. It looks like Bunchy injured now.
Yeah, let's hope it's just the wind knocked out of him because, that was, that was one heck of a play, heck of a defensive play to pull the ball away from him. I mean, you as a former defensive guy, when you get that opportunity to pull one away, you got to want to do that. And, boy, I'll tell you, that was, like you
Chance
said.
made a beautiful throw. He stopped the feed, he throws it. Bunchy had to turn around and climb over that DB to get that ball, which is what kind of created that problem. It created the opportunity for the DB to get back into that play. Nonetheless, Bunchy's down right now. I think he definitely knocked the wind out of himself. Real good. He definitely flat backed that, as we would say, as he came down with the football. His full back hit the ground, and as he popped up, you could tell he wasn't feeling right.
Well, he's able to walk off the field. I don't know if you've had the wind knocked out of you before, Justin, but, that's a tough walk,
It's real hard to breathe.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So,
well, Western's going to need another big stop here on defense. In that last series, Western certainly had it going. Now you got to imagine, at least at this point, you're going to want to see a lot more running on the pack of Sorensen. You got to see that they'd be going that direction. Well, here we go. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Sorensen in a shotgun set, empty backfield. And then this time they move again.
once again.
That's on Western?
Oh, man, I don't know how that goes. That's a right side tackle. Went
He was
way
downfield.
early.
What is that? Oh, man. Yeah, he was, okay, well, wow, 1st and 5. Yeah, that one I don't agree with.
Oh, we
And
just
there's
jumped
that
again.
one. Still 1st and 5. He may have moved, but he didn't go across the line of scrimmage. Or into the neutral zone, as they'd say. Sorensen keeps it, breaks free, gets a 1st down at the 45. Now you're going to have El Medina in a 4-minute offense, which means they're going to take their time getting the play up. They're going to wait for the back judge to raise his hand to get the play off. And Western, with only 1 timeout left, doesn't look good. Sorensen stays empty. Got to look for quarterback keep here. As the key guy to watch here is the back umpire. He'll start raising his, or the back judge, not the umpire. The back judge will raise his hand when they're getting close. But El Medina looks like they want to take the snap early, and they do. Sorensen up the middle he goes. Another big run for him. I mean, you know he's the one keeping it. At least I think he's the only one that's going to keep it.
He's alone in the backfield.
What's that?
He's back there alone, and he's been running it all night.
Yeah, but he's not going to throw it here. I mean, but again, that's a whole mental part of the game. You know he's going to run the ball. They're not going to throw it when you only got 1 timeout. That coach knows it. Everybody knows it. Guess who's running it now? He's running it again. On 2nd down and 4. They'll look like, oh, let's call a different play.
Yeah. Nope, same play. Same
Except-
one that got called in.
Okay, 10, you're going to run wherever the hole is. And there's a timeout here as Coach Mitchell takes his 2nd timeout of the half with 2:28 to go here in this ball game, or at least in the 4th quarter. Western really needs something big here.
See, their coach probably could have let that one run out a little longer, too. I didn't see the 10-second clock go up from the ref.
Exactly.
I don't know why you'd ding a timeout there. You're stopping the clock for Western. I mean, that probably not
Well, the same thing
a
happened.
typical thing you'd see from a coach there.
Well, no, I mean, you even saw the same thing happen when they snapped the ball. The back, the back judge didn't raise his hand yet to say, okay, let's, I'm counting out 5 seconds.
Yep.
And he's very clear about it. His hand goes up 5 seconds ago, and they missed it, which is kind of a surprise.
I mean, between those 2 plays, you got to look at that as a possible 15 to 20 seconds they could add off that clock. Maybe even have ran it down to the 2-minute.
2nd down and 5. Empty backfield again. You need somebody going to go tackle number 10. Sorensen keeps it himself, and he's going to be close to a 1st down. You know, him getting 4 yards there is just inexcusable. He gets 1 more 1st down, and I think you can pretty much start up the buses. Third down and 1. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter.
Third down and 1.
Full house backfield. Quarterback's under center. Western better not jump off sides here. They don't. Sorensen straight ahead. He didn't get it. He did not get it, according to where this official's coming in from the far side. Now he changes. Oh, now he moved his foot a little bit. Oh, let's see where he puts it. Inside or outside foot. If he's got the 1st down, he can head for the bus. It's close. He's got it. He's short of the 45-yard line. Clock is stopped. They're trying to decide, is it? They don't want to move the sticks, I guess.
Official timeout.
You got to measure this thing, no? You know, you don't see many measurements anymore. Official just kind of looks down the line, and now they're going to come for a measurement. Oh, you know what? He's got it. See where the ball is, Justin? It's barely the nose of the football is almost touching the line. That stick over there, he's got it by a good about 6 inches. He's got a 1st down. Yeah? Well, here comes the measurement. You got to hope that that chain doesn't stretch much. It's got to kink and pull it back just a little bit. Pull it, pull it, pull it. Not easy.
It seemed like he didn't even know how to do it.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it didn't miss by that much.
Yeah.
It didn't miss. I mean, the way they stretched it, it was actually a bigger first down than you would never would have measured that.
It didn't even make sense right there. That made sense.
That was a bust. That measurement was a bust. Well, that first down, and now with one timeout, minute 30 to go, it's over. They could almost just kneel here, and that's it. The only thing you got to do is not fumble. Western should be stripping the ball here, or at least trying to strip. As now he is looking at the back judge. The hand goes up. Hand off up the middle. Trying the right side, and Western can't get the strip there. As we'll be under a minute. There's a timeout. Western takes its final timeout of the half. Of the ball game. Yeah, Justin, you know, if you're going to look for a positive here, the last series and the last defensive series, the last offensive series, the Western looked good. And even on that interception, you can't really fault the team for what they did. So
Western was doing their thing there. You know, this last quarter, they've been doing their thing. You know, we had a chance to win this game. I just think that, you know, this game's been an accumulation of all the mistakes that we've made, and it starts with the penalties. I mean, we just imagine going to run a 40 against somebody, and you have to give them 15 yards ahead of you. You know, and you're running 55 yards, they're running 40 yards. It's going to be tough to beat them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's essentially what we do to ourselves every week. You know, we handicap ourselves with things that are preventable, and I just don't see any way that we lose this game tonight if we're not making those penalty mistakes. Like, you know, there's been some things happen on the field where we're playing hard, an interception. We've got some interceptions. That's part of the game, but, you know, the jumping off sides this many times and lining up in that zone and whatnot, it's been tough tonight, Ken.
Yeah, and there's a flag.
I mean, this you're going against the most vanilla offense you could ever play against. They're not doing anything to try to trick you, to try to scare you, to try to do. They're literally lining up and saying, guys, guess what? We're going to run 10 right now. Quarterback, we're running. If he doesn't hand it to the running back's going to be his blocker. Quarterback's going to run. Oh, guess what? If he pulls it out of the pocket, he's going to throw a short pass. Like, it's nothing we haven't seen.
Yeah.
We're just having a tough time tonight with it.
And there's a handoff left side. Again, Western's all trying to strip the ball. And yeah, that's one of those plays, you know, there's actually a technique to doing that as the fireworks are off from Disneyland, off to our right here. And, you know, there's a technique to it. You know, you got to hold the guy up, move him sideways, or actually let him go forward a little bit, because you got to keep forward progress. And then you just, one guy's, you know, 2 or 3 guys trying to beat the ball out of him. As we're at 35 seconds to go. And all they got to do really is take a knee. Yeah, they just take 2 knees. This game's over. Yep, coaches know it too. The coaches are heading down, and kids will meet at the 50-yard line, shake hands, and that's going to do it. You got to tip your hat to El Medina. They came out here and played hard to take the win. That's it. This ball game is over. El Medina with the win. They'll move into 4-3. Western drops to 4-3. El Medina now 2-0 in league. Western 0-2. Any final thoughts, Justin? We kind of pretty much covered a lot of it.
Just got to turn the page and start afresh next week. I hope that all of our effort goes towards preventing penalties there in practice this whole week. I don't think one single person should jump off sides without there being a stiff penalty personally to that person. I'm even considering, if you jump off sides, maybe just come sit a whole series or whole quarter. I don't know, Ken.
Yeah,
That's
it's
my suggestion.
The thing is that when you see this team out here, you see a lot of talent, you see a lot of real opportunity and potential. But unfulfilled potential is always frustrating, and that's kind of what we're feeling now. Well, here's the thing. There's still a really good opportunity for Western to make the playoffs. League championship, that's pretty much out the window now, being 0-2, and you got a really tough road here ahead of you with Cypress, Tustin, and then followed up, final game being against Trabuco Hills. Those are things that are going to be, it's just not going to happen. Playoffs is probably going to happen. Starting off 4-1, I mean, there's a chance for a third place finish. You got to assume you're going to go ahead and be close again, and you should beat Cypress. I don't know about Tustin. Tustin looks really tough this year.
They're really good.
And then Trabuco Hills, another team like this team here, this El Modena team, beatable, but not if you beat yourself. If you beat yourself, you can pretty much kiss it goodbye and get on the bus and go home early. Well, that's going to do it here tonight from Fred Kelly Stadium. The final score, Western 28-21. For Justin, we'll be back at Handel Stadium next week for homecoming and senior night against the Cypress Centurions. For Justin Connolly, this is Kent Miguel saying goodnight from Fred Kelly Stadium. We'll see you next week.
All clear.
Okay. Yeah, the cameras.
Go ahead and pack up the audio board as well. All clear for full pack up.
Yeah, we're picking it up.
When they just scored, it doesn't look good. We're in Western.
PSPN edition. I would like to thank everyone for tuning in and sticking around till the end. This is Angel Vargas signing off and wishing you all good night.